much. Happening now, of course, October is here, which means it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month across America, and it's a time to recognize the impact breast cancer has on our communities, including, of course, right here in the Pacific Northwest.
More than 300,000 new cases of invasive breast cancer are estimated just this year, with more than 42,000 deaths expected. Experts are urging the importance of early screening and knowing the signs of when it's time to go and see a doctor. So joining us in studio to talk about breast cancer, what you need to know, the resources that are out there to help patients fight this disease, and much more, we have Dr. Annie Hung, an oncologist with OHSU, and Tyler Pagel, Development Director from Susan G. Komen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Thank
morning.
you both for being
Glad you're here.
here.
For having us.
Yeah.
Happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is such an important message to get out there for folks. So, Dr. Hung, I know we've heard about the importance of catching cancer early, but what does that actually mean for patients? So, can you walk us through screenings and what we need to be doing?
So in terms of screening, early detection really is so critical. When we do our screening, we're able to catch these tumors at a very early stage in which they are treatable, especially in the stage 1. For stage 1 breast cancer, the overall survival can be 99% over a 5-year period.
That's incredible.
These patients can be cured. The long-term outcome is excellent. During the pandemic, unfortunately, we did have a lot of people who missed out on their screenings. And so we are seeing patients diagnosed at advanced stages, unfortunately. And so in which treatment is harder and survival outcomes are lower. So very important. You want to catch the cancer at a time in which it's treatable.
Yeah, I mean, is part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month getting the message out there, just sharing that message of, hey, go make that doctor's appointment? Is that big of a deal?
It is.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
I know that's one thing that's very, near and dear to Susan G. Komen's mission. So, Tyler, tell us a little bit about, what Susan G. Komen works towards all year long, and in particular, your relationship with OHSU for patients here.
Yeah, our vision is a world without breast cancer, and getting screened and seeking treatment and then staying in treatment is the #1 way towards that vision without breast cancer. And Komen attacks breast cancer in a 360-degree approach, and one of those main priorities is funding research. And we're thankful to do that with our partners at OHSU just right down the street. And we're also thankful to support local patients. They can reach out to our helpline, 1-877-GO-KOMEN. And we were able to give more than $418,000 to more than 700 patients here in the Pacific Northwest dealing with the breast cancer diagnosis. So get screened, seek treatment, and if you're in treatment and experiencing obstacles, 1-877-GO-KOMEN. We want to help you with this diagnosis and come out the other end and celebrate your survivorship.
And that's part of what Komen does, is that the mission is very holistic. It's not, just research. You're also taking care of the patients. You talked about the money. Remind people just exactly what Komen is all about, not just in October, but every month of every year.
Yeah, we're so thankful for October, wearing the pink today. We'll wear pink all month, but it really is a year-round approach. We fund research. We take action at the federal and state level to improve the lives of these breast cancer patients. We offer care in the form of financial aid and patient navigation. And then, of course, we bring the community together. We just did that this last August at the More Than Pink Walk at the Oregon Zoo. And we want patients who have been diagnosed, who will be diagnosed, to know that they're not alone.
Absolutely. And I think, through the work of organizations like Susan G. Komen over the years, we have been able to establish a real breadth of research and treatment and improve outcomes, to your point, Dr. Hung, for a lot of these cancers. Where does that research sit now when we kind of look to the future, look to the cutting edge? I know we're learning a lot more about genetics and the role they play in cancer. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so there really is so much going on. It's a really exciting time to be in. Clinical trials have contributed so much, and Komen has helped a lot with that. It's how we answer really important questions like, do our medicines work? What side effects do they have? Does it work better than what we have now? And so it's how drugs get approved, how outcomes improve, and our treatment guidelines can completely change.
What does that do, too, in terms of prevention for an individual to go in and see if they have some of the BRCA gene risk, right? You know, ahead of there ever being an issue.
So it's really important we talked about screening. getting your mammograms starting at age 40. The age has gone down since we've seen an incidence increasing in younger women. So getting your screening, of course, is important, but talking to your doctor about doing a personalized risk assessment, because there are some other risk factors that some people are not aware of. And you had mentioned the genetics is one, breast density is something else that we've focused on. So taking account into all these other risk factors, coming up with a approach that really makes sense. Some people may need additional imaging, such as an MRI. And yeah, some people may qualify for genetic testing.
Yeah, a lot to keep track of there.
I think sometimes people feel like ignorance is bliss, right? Like I don't want to know if I'm at risk. What would you say to a patient about the importance of really kind of being proactive when it comes to your health?
Yeah, I think that with knowing more definitely can enable you to seek out the appropriate treatment and overall get better outcomes.
Yeah, make that phone call, right?
Make
that
that
phone
phone
call,
call, yes.
set up that doctor's appointment. Dr. Hung and Tyler, really appreciate you both being here this morning. This is great to talk about on this first day of October, this Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm glad we're getting the message out there.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for being
having
here.
us.
And to learn more about their mission and to support their efforts to help breast cancer patients, you can go to komen.org/Oregon. And you can also head to ohsu.edu to learn more about their Cancer Institute as well.